Hey guys, welcome back to Once Over Wrestling. My name is Doc. Am I yelling too loud? This is my wife, Kaz. Too much?
I don't know.
Too much volume?
It's just energy.
Headphones alert.
Lots of positive energy.
Hey Kaz.
What's up?
This is the Friday 4.
It is. How many favorite things do we have?
Exactly. So, really, in terms of wrestling this week, there were only two things that the two of us really felt were standout things.
We pick our two favorites, and we don't generally even necessarily know what the other person's favorites are until we do this.
Exactly. But we did share with each other before this video, before we started recording, and we just so happen to have the same things. So the Friday 4 video is actually going to be the Friday 2 this week. So I will let you go ahead and fill in because honestly, I could go either way on what's number one.
Me too.
So
we just had this conversation. I don't
yeah. So what would you say your second favorite thing was?
It's a toss-up, but I think I landed on saying that the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn
The Kevin Owens
show,
the Sammy and Kevin show from Monday Night Raw.
Sammy and Kevin show was my second favorite thing.
That was hilarious.
It was so good.
Both of those
such
guys,
a great team.
they are on fire. And the funny thing is, like, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are so different, you know, like even when they're walking down the ramp to come out for the segment, you know, Kevin Owens is just like, there's like this pent up aggression in him, you know, and Sami Zayn is just like completely, you know, oblivious to anything that's going on. But yeah, they sit down and they're so comfortable on the microphone.
And sometimes when Kevin Owen talks, it kind of surprises me. I'm like, oh, you're kind of his just being a jerk. I was like, oh, it's just fun because he's so just dry kind of about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the way he says things, like, how often are we gonna do this? We'll do this whenever we want.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, I don't know. It's my funny bone.
Yeah, and Sammy has a very like Woody Allen-esque thing going on. You know, where he's just like, oh yeah, well, weekly? I don't know what. Yeah, should we do this weekly?
We want.
Yeah, and so they play off of each other so well. I hope that they do that weekly, and really, what I'm hoping is that we get some crossover between the Sammy and Kevin show and the Fashion Files.
Oh, that would be amazing. You would know what my favorites are every week before I said.
Yeah. They're both just on fire, and really, honestly, their match that they had with Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman was a close second. Like, if I hadn't picked the thing that you picked, I was gonna pick the match with Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman because there was that. My favorite part was Bobby Lashley is, you know, getting beat up by Sammy and Kevin. He's looking to make the hot tag to Braun Strowman. He finally gets the tag. And normally when someone gets a hot tag, they bolt like through the ropes and get into the ring. Braun Strowman gets the tag and he jumps down off of the apron. He runs around the perimeter of the ring and just bowls Kevin Owens over. And, you know, Kevin sells it perfectly. And then Braun gets in the ring and he hits Sammy with a clothesline. And then he just gets right back out of the ring and he runs around and hits Kevin again. And Kevin sells it in a different way. And then he does the same thing to Sammy. And then he gets out and runs around and hits. And there's a moment where Braun runs over Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens spins around and just kind of goes stiff.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was laughing out loud. Kaz, I was lolling.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it when I say that.
I don't. Yeah, so basically, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were just between their show and the match, they were.
Yeah.
all encompassing.
Yeah, they for me sort of made Raw. They were so good.
They were good.
Yeah. If you didn't catch Raw, it's worth going back and watching that segment and watching that match because they did a really good job with it. So yeah.
I like it when Sami Zayn puts on his little glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the best part of the Sami and Kevin show was they Sami essentially says, you know, Kevin Owens talks about how he beat up Shane and split Vince McMahon's skull open. And Sami says, so Stephanie McMahon must either really, really, really appreciate our abilities or she must really, really, really hate you. And that's when Sami says, and you need this job. You have 5 kids. And Kevin's like, no, he has 6 kids. And so, yeah, that's when he pulls out the
His little readers.
glasses and he, no, I'm fairly certain he has 5. No, he has 6. You forgot about Jason Jordan. Sami says, oh, yeah, well, Kurt Angle forgot about Jason Jordan, too. So, yeah.
It was good.
It was really good.
They're just all around are good.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
So what's your number one favorite thing from this week?
Number one favorite was the very last thing that we saw this week,
Which was
the match between Aleister Black and
Eric Young.
Eric Young. Thank you.
Yes. You know, I had a hard time making that first, but there's just something about a really good wrestling match that, I mean, not that the Sami and Kevin match wasn't great. It was, but this match was different. Like,
I was watching this match not knowing why I was I was interested in it, and I was like, why do I like this so much?
yeah.
I'm like, I don't really even know. It's just good.
Yeah. They're just, I think a lot of it comes down to ring psychology. Eric Young, you know who he reminds me of? And this is like not in his look or his character necessarily, but he kind of reminds me of Randy Savage, the Macho Man. Randy Savage had this amazing ability to communicate his intentions to people. And Eric Young is constantly like, you know, thinking, and because there was that one moment where Alexander Wolf came in to try to make a save while he was up on the turnbuckle, and Eric Young used that distraction to just like crank on Aleister Black's neck, you know, and he used the full 4 count. And Randy Savage always, when he was a heel, he always found those little moments to really stick it to his opponent. And at that point, when I was a kid, we had Jesse Ventura on commentary, and he was always justifying this like horrible thing that Randy Savage did. So I don't know. I think Eric Young is great. So,
Yeah.
But so is Aleister Black.
Apparently, I do too.
It's guys like that that make other wrestlers better. You know, I don't know if Aleister Black had that match with, you know, somebody else, if it was with, you know, Alexander Wolf or Killian Dane, if it would have been as good, you know. But that said, Aleister Black is a freak, man. He's got such a deep move pool to pull from. He's going to be a star.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a superstar. So,
Yeah.
anyways, you have anything else to say about that match?
I don't think so.
No?
No. I don't have a whole lot of insight into the match. All I know is that I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. And hey,
So it became a favorite because
Yeah.
out of all the matches this week, it was the one that I was like, I don't know really why I enjoy this so much, but I do.
yeah. I love the fact that your favorite things are, you know, as many times as we've done this video series, your favorite things have mostly been good wrestling matches.
I
Right?
know, that's weird.
Yeah. So I mean, it shows the power of the concept, the kernel, the foundation of what the company's built on is, man, just book good matches. They're constantly trying to make guys and girls say things that are disingenuous and unnatural for them, and doing backstage segments and trying to create heat and stuff like that. It's like, dude, just book a good
Just
match.
book a good match and then throw in the Fashion Police and the Kevin and Sammy show.
Yeah.
And we're good.
The people who are naturally good at that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, those are our 4 favorite things. 2 favorite things. They just so happen to be the same.
They happen to overlap this week.
Yeah. Normally they don't. So anyways, thanks for joining us, guys. Again, if you could hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification button, and the share button, and share it with your friends. Check me out on Twitter. And I'll leave a link in the description. And I will hopefully get this one on Twitter. Maybe she'll tweet, and you can follow her and see all the amazing insights that she has into the wrestling world.
I think it's funny I could have any insights. Such a weird thing that's happened to my life.
Yeah. It's all good, though. So, unless you have anything else?
No?
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you next week.